media
I want to
platforms.
do it and just take the audio and use our cartoons and like act them out, whatever it is.
Just let them do that.
Yeah, and they're gonna act it out, and it's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'll let
like
you
little
experiment.
30-second things, you know?
Little bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah, I think it'd be hilarious
That I've got.
since they are our logo. You know,
Yeah, it's a little surreal looking at my face in the cartoony version.
it'd be
I'm just-
really funny.
You don't think it's a little surreal? Like it hadn't really sunk in yet?
See, imagine that statement coming out of his mouth, and that's hilarious.
What the fuck?
You don't think this is surreal, right?
Yeah.
The little cartoon you.
Well, we
It'd
already got.
be great.
You do have already audio already. You got,
That's what I'm
like-
saying. We already have good audio.
Hey, do you think we at some point like we need to backlog all of our episodes and then just throw them up on a podcast, like an actual like
An audio thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like SoundCloud?
I think it's a great idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
We got to do a lot of exporting out.
It'll be fine.
And get that shit rolled up and rolled out. Because we do have an account of SoundCloud, we just haven't actively used it yet.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah, because we've been too busy editing. And
Let's do that. I'll do that. I'll start exporting them out. That's not an issue.
Okay.
I'll just upload the whole shebang.
Yeah. Well, speaking of shebang, there's been the past couple of months have been what everybody's been.
How are you transitioning this?
Because
You're like,
I want-
speaking of a shebang.
Yeah.
What?
Well, okay.
Go ahead.
So I've been wanting to get into conspiracy theories.
Okay. What is that shebang for then?
Epstein.
It's not a shebang.
Okay.
He hung himself. Hanged himself.
Well, how do you know?
hung.
Hung. Did he hum himself to death?
What's the proper usage there? Hung or hanged?
Hung.
You sure?
Past tense. Hang is in the present.
But hanged.
Does anybody really say hanged?
I think you're right. I think that's more of a future thing. It was I'm sorry. It was an episode of Sherlock. Have you seen that show? The British TV show Sherlock.
No.
It's a great show. First of all, if you've never seen it, like on the BBC, I think.
I want to stick with Epstein.
Hold on. Hold on. No, we're finishing this.
Why?
So
I want to start off.
so he's in a conversation with an inmate who's gonna die. Okay, because he's on death row or whatever over there
Right.
in wherever it is. And the whole time he's making fun of this inmate's grammar. And at the end, he was like, "I'm gonna be hung for this," and he's like, "No, but you will be hanged."
Yeah.
So I feel like hanged is the proper term when you're talking about it.
Future
in the future.
Future or present. Well, hang without the ed is. I think hang is one of the exceptions.
Hang is present.
Right. Hang is one of those words where there's an exception to it. Where oftentimes it's the ed that indicates past tense, but hang is future tense. Because I know there's other words out there that kind of follow that same rule.
I don't know.
Well, you know the English language is like one of the most complicated
I
languages.
know it's bullshit.
Which is crazy.
I don't enjoy it.
You know, even me and a shit ton of my friends can't even be grammatically correct.
I try as best I can, but it's difficult.
Why? Because the street slangs kick in.
No, it's just like just normal talking is actually like do you say whom or whomever or who, you know?
Yeah, if you want to be pretentious.
In different contexts, you're supposed to say different things, and it's hard to do, you know?
Well, no one said it was impossible
I think it is.
if you practice.
I've been trying.
Okay, so anyways, Epstein, dude.
Okay, Epstein. What about Epstein?
So everybody's been making it out to. There's one claim that's even saying, because you know how they said like, okay, he hung himself, all right, whatever. But then there's like this one video, I forgot who said it, but there's claims that he's still alive.
Come on, what are you talking about?
Because
I have not heard
the cameras like goinkadinkly went out of service. Like they just malfunction.
See, I haven't. I've heard people comment that, saying that on certain articles that I've read. I have not, however, read that in a reputable article.
Okay, is there really such thing in the day and age that we live in right now? Is there really such thing as a reputable?
I need a source. One source. Give me. It can be a shady source.
It
can't just be a comment on Facebook.
When I find, okay, you know what? Hang on one second.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, because like even that, because like let's be real here. Okay, is CNN a reputable source?
It could be. It's better than a comment on Facebook. So I'm saying, where are you getting this information?
Okay, yeah. It's a YouTube channel.
A YouTube channel.
Right.
Okay. And what is their source?
Still alive. It's a claim.
By who?
Give
That's
me
what
a
I'm
sec.
saying. I don't know the origins of this claim, and that's why I haven't given it any credence yet, because I don't know the origins of it.
Well, I'm still looking for it, but I don't know.
20 minutes later.
Washington Times.
Washington Times. What do they say? You can't read it to me? What do they say? He is still alive. Okay, what about the camera thing, though? That's what I'm asking you about, Chau.
Okay.
I didn't ask you about if he's still alive. We're talking about the camera thing.
6 hours later.
There were no cameras inside the prisoner's cell.
That's what I've heard from reputable sources. Not that the cameras went out. It's there were no cameras.
In the correctional center cells, Epstein's wing... Oh, click to read more and view comments. Fuck off. In a case involving blah, 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 blah. Other than that, that's about it.
Well,
yeah.
First of all, I will agree with you that there's a lot of suspicious things about it. There's too many suspicious things. And I understand why these conspiracy theories would be born because it makes absolute sense. I mean, there's no reason for him to have been taken off of suicide watch.
Right.
There's no reason for his cellmate to have been transferred hours earlier.
You would think with today's technology, you would have at least like, what is it? Because, you know, you have like, you can like, even in today's mainstream market, you can buy a camera that syncs up to your mobile app.
Sure. Yeah.
And monitor that.
Yeah.
You know, like.
We're talking about government, Chau. They're terrible at everything.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about here. It absolutely makes sense that they would let this happen.
According to a Bumblebee article that I did see, it said that if you had dirt on the Clintons, that your suicide rate would go up like 846%.
I can see that.
And then I commented on it. It's like 1,000 if you're in prison.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's a little bit ridiculous. So not only those other things, but then like the security guards who were supposed to check on him every 30 minutes went to sleep, both of them, and then falsified the logs saying that they checked on him every 30 minutes. And then
I don't know
there's
the details on that one.
Unsubstantiated claim that there was screaming coming out of his cell just before.
Yeah, but they said that there was a camera on the outside of the cell that they could watch. Because one of
somebody
the guards,
was saying that.
Yeah, so there was a guardsman who said like there's a camera on the outside that you can see who was going in and out.
Yeah, so that'd be nice to see. Yeah, that'd be nice to see.
And then, and then one of the things that kind of hit me was like this is something I think Alex Jones himself even mentioned about like 5-10 years ago, and everybody thought he was a conspiracy nut. And you fast forward today, because this is the thing. Like I remember we even talked about Alex Jones before. Mm-hmm. It's like everybody always thinks he's a conspiracy nut, and you fast forward it to today, and it's like. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch was right.
Yeah.
You know, like
I mean, you know,
kidnapping babies.
I mean, there's a lot of conservatives and other people as well who totally called that Epstein was gonna be suicided in jail. I mean, everybody.
We all kind of saw that coming.
Everybody knew it was gonna happen.
Especially how many anytime when it involved when the conversation involves the Clintons, like you know somebody's gonna get ousted.
And see, I hate to see because I'm not a conspiracy guy. You know, I
kind of am.
I tried to explain that to you on when we were talking about UFOs last time. Right. I was like, let me stress, I am not talking about conspiracy. I'm talking about verified information that you can get from the FBI, the CIA, the yada yada, where they declassified all this information.
The key word is that you can. Doesn't mean they will allow it.
I'm just saying, I try not to be a conspiracy guy, but this is so weird. It shouldn't have been allowed to happen. Straight up, it shouldn't have been allowed to happen. And somebody fucked up pretty fucking hard. I would imagine everyone gets fired. There might even be some charges filed.
He's got an island that's nicknamed Pedo Island.
It was called, it wasn't called Pedo Island.
It's a nickname called Pedo Island.
No, it had a better name than that.
What was a better name than Pedo Island? I don't remember.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking about the plane. The plane was called the Lolita Express.
Yeah.
I thought he had a better name for his island, though. Maybe
no. That was kind of like, it's kind of like one of those nicknames that the community gives when like everybody's like talking down below. It's kind of like Hollywood where they were talking about like casting couch. It was supposed to be like an in-house joke when it was based off of something real, when it turns out to be legit.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, the casting couch is definitely a real thing back in the day, and it still is sort of
it's still a thing.
Well, but it's not like a couch anymore.
There was a quote that I read from Brad Pitt that he said like, this is the wonderful thing about the internet, that at some point it's all going to come out.
Yeah. I do enjoy that. My worry is it will all come out after I'm dead, so I won't be able to know. But I'd be happy with
I don't know, man. Things are starting to expedite a little quick.
No, because the issue is the government has and I know people will say this isn't true, but basically the government has to agree to show you the information, and that's the hardest part. So like Freedom of Information Act, if you want to request a document from the government, you can do that, and they can give you some incriminating documents. True, but they can also decide because of national security, no, we're not, and then so it's like it's not really.
Okay, national security is one thing. Things that are under investigation is another.
And that's one thing too.
All right.
Is you can't get information.
Obviously, something like this, is under investigations. They don't want any biased opinions. They want us to like have straight facts, which I completely get. Mm-hmm. But come on, this has been going on for so long up until like when it was once thought as a conspiracy theory. It turns out to be true. When there's documentation that Bill Clinton himself has flight logs of him traveling to
using it doesn't look good.
Yeah, it's like
doesn't look good at all. He claims nothing happened, of course, but
26 times on the flight log, it's like, bruh.
And then, I mean, technically, okay, so that is right. It's 27. That is.
Oh wow.
That is right.
Where'd you get 27?
It is 27. That's just what it is.
I thought it was 26.
It's 27. But to be fair to Bill Clinton, technically he was kind of right when he said he only flew on it like 4 times, because technically those 27 flights were all on like 4 different trips. Like, so they would take like a trip around Europe and stop in so many places. Okay. So even though he got on the plane multiple times and stuff, technically it's the same trip. You know what I mean? But technically, yes, he got on that plane 27 times. Yes.
But what was the destination?
So, there are all sorts of destinations. I don't know if he actually went to the island. I'm sure he did at least once or twice.
Because like there was one story that did come out. I have to pull up that article because I recall a Secret Service agents, because like ex-presidents, when they leave office, they're still required to have Secret Service agents with them.
Right.
So there was claims that the Secret Service agents were saying somewhere along the lines that they were ditching.
Yes, this is known at this point that on several of those occasions the Secret Service was not around. On several of those occasions, we don't know what that means. We don't know what that means. Usually, it means you want to do something fucked up and you don't want them to see. That's usually what it means. But it could have been anything. It could have been cocaine. Could have been heroin. And it could have been fucking little girls. I don't know. I'm just saying it could have been any of those.
I love how you just
don't know. Okay, I'm just trying to, as much as I don't like Bill Clinton, I'm trying to be fair. Okay,
all right, fine.
We don't know why he sent them away. It could have been a number of things. Maybe he was secretly gay and he was getting his dick sucked the whole time.
Well, how do you explain that?
Know.
Well, because I mean, there is that weird painting with Bill Clinton. You didn't see the weird painting?
No,
you didn't see
not
that?
At all. You have to explain this.
I'm not gonna explain it. I'm gonna show it to you.
Oh God! All right.
You know, it's so super bizarre. Bizarre. There you go. This one.
The fuck is that?
Exactly,
Bill
dude.
Clinton hung in Jeffrey Epstein's home. No way that's true. Find me a reputable source. That's what I need.
I'll send everything to you.
Hold on, what is? See, none of those links I recognize.
Okay, well you can.
Not a single one. Okay.
Nobody's refuting it.
Rolling Stone. Click that one.
Rolling Stone.
There.
What the fuck?
That was my Alexa. She damn it, I shouldn't have said her name.
What'd you say?
I'm not gonna say it anymore. Okay. Jeffrey owns on a portrait of Bill Clinton wearing a blue dress. Rolling Stone. Wow. Okay. That sounds like a real thing. Reportedly
Here.
kept a bizarre painting of former President Bill Clinton wearing oh my God, okay.
You read it.
Wearing red heels and a blue dress in his massive Manhattan mansion, and prints of the same portrait are available to purchase for under $50. The Daily Mail first reported the existence of the portrait. Speaking with the source, someone snapped a photo of it. It is entirely possible, I think, that this is like a joke between Epstein and Bill Clinton, but they would have to be pretty good friends for that to be a joke.
How good of a friend?
I mean, they have to be pretty good friends.
How good of a friend?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying sexually. I'm just saying, like...
I'm just saying from a 1 through a 10.
It would be really funny, though, if, like, let's say me and you keep doing this podcast for, like, another 10 years, right?
Uh-huh.
And let's just say we just blew up and me and you had millions of dollars and shit. But so in my house, I kept a portrait of you looking like
Please
that.
don't, or I will shoot you.
How funny would that be?
Not funny.
When everyone comes
Not
over.
funny.
When everyone comes over.
Not funny.
They're like, is that Chau? And I'm
No.
like, yeah.
No. There's
That's
already
funny.
a portrait of her face right there.
That's funny though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's
it could be a joke.
That's creepy.
Could
Funny.
be a
That's
joke.
That's creepy. That's creepy as fuck.
Maybe.
That's creepy.
Maybe.
That's creepy because it's like this closet door that just opened up, like slightly cracked. It was like hidden. And
Oh, it was hidden?
Yeah. So it was kind of
Okay,
like.
see, that's weird.
See,
It would have to be out in public to be a joke.
Yeah, you have to. There's like, so it almost kind of. It's like an indicator for like where's the transparency in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there isn't. There's like you see like this little closet door and it's like it's hiding in there.
Yeah,
And
that's
like,
weird.
So when you open it up, is the first thing you see is him just looking at you, just straight dead in the eye.
Well, you know, there is that whole other, I don't want to call it a conspiracy theory. It's more of just a theory of the way that Jeffrey Epstein got his money was by blackmailing people. So
Nobody knows anything about Jeffrey Epstein. Like,
exactly, that's the issue.
Like I started thinking about it, I was like, how did he get his money? Because he's a billionaire.
Right. Who apparently
fund.
Who apparently was terrible at hedge funds. So it's like, how did he get his money?
Right.
And so a lot of people are speculating, and apparently this is corroborated by some evidence that people have found and stuff, that he would basically invite people to like his mansion and shit, you know, have them do whatever and have recordings of it.
Yep.
And that's how he would get his money. So, I mean, it's entirely possible that this could just be a blackmail thing or I don't know what, you know? I don't know. I'm just saying.
If it is, it's not a
Maybe
very
they're
good
not
one.
friends. Maybe they're...
Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer.
Right.
Kind of type situation.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the whole situation. I don't like the situation around Jeff Epstein's death. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I think it's very suspicious.
Because like if he was
it.
because like anybody who blackmails, I mean, think about it. I find it a little far fetched because anybody who may have claimed to have anything on the Clintons would be dead.
Yeah, it depends on what it is.
Yeah, blackmail.
It depends on how.
I don't know.
It depends on how good you are. Well, because supposedly, and I could be completely wrong because I just heard about this on a podcast that I watched, but they were talking about how there were like cameras found like hidden in his mansion place and like different like tapes and stuff that were named different people. And so it's like, why would he have those?
Unless he needed leverage.
It could be blackmail, or it could maybe he got off to it. You know, he's like, God, I love watching Bill Clinton do dirty things. Could be that. I'm just saying, but
like
it sounds a lot more like blackmail to me. Sounds a lot more like blackmail. None of that's substantiated, but there is some evidence to indicate. I will leave it at that.
Okay. All right. We won't see any more. Yeah. But I just want to go full on because everybody's going full on conspiracy theories. Like, man, I've got some conspiracy theories.
Well, now that the medical examiner confirmed that it's a suicide, they're starting to die off. All the conspiracy theories are starting to die off, you know, because before it was like they need more information. And it's okay. All right. So we still don't know.
they have the island.
You know? And then, so yeah, the island, I think there's going to be a lot of secrets revealed. And I honestly, I will say if someone did kill him, I don't think it's going to help him too much. Because I think there's going to be so much evidence that's going to come about, especially with them raiding the island. If they do have like tapes and shit.
Unless somebody got to the island first and cleared out the house.
Could have. I guess that's entirely possible. If you're swole enough to kill somebody in prison, then yeah.
Or hire somebody.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you can probably get rid of some tapes.
I love how you're
as
just
well.
avoiding like any kind of like. I'm just like, look, if people think I'm crazy, then I'm crazy.
Well, I guess it's because I like to be the guy that's factual. That's
I'm
always tried to be my stance.
I'm factual too. It's just like it's just right now. I just don't feel like being a little factual.
You just want to get into it.
Just
you
have a
want to
little bit of
spout
fun.
some theories. I can spout some theories.
Okay, let me
And
hear your
that's why-
theories.
that's
Let
why
me hear a theory.
I've done a couple.
Okay,
Okay.
let me hear one.
Okay.
Because I still think he's still alive. It's just kind of like
that's a stretch. Chau.
You know?
How do you get out of the prison?
who knows? It could have been. You know what? Like I had this really crazy idea in my head that like what if it's not his body? What if it's Anthony Bourdain's body?
Chau, Anthony Bourdain died like what is it, a year ago?
Doesn't
2 years
matter.
ago?
There's ways to preserve the body for like.
Why would it be Anthony Bourdain's body in particular?
Well, because if you kind of like at first glance, they do kind of look the same
Nobody's gonna be like.
from the back.
I mean, he hung himself. It's not like his face was blown up, so it's got to be pretty. It's got to.
That's
really
why
look like
you go
him.
from the back, like from an angle shot and whatnot.
I mean, do you realize how many people would have to be involved with that? Then all the medical people, all the officers, all the people at the hospital that confirmed his death, the autopsy person.
Maybe they could have been bought off.
The basic rule of thumb of a conspiracy is you have to involve as little people as possible. Because if you involve 30 fucking people, somebody's gonna talk. I mean, what did they get paid? $5,000? You know, I mean,
probably
for $100,000, they'll talk to a fucking paper and spill all the beans.
And I'm sure they'll get paid $250,000. They'll like double it.
I don't know, man. I'm saying the more people you involve, the less likely it is it's a conspiracy. That's just how it works. There's just too many people talk.
Or it could have been, you know, maybe these people were loyal to the whomever. I'm not going to mention any names, but
okay,
you know, it's possibility that their pay got doubled. If you don't talk, we'll pay. If you talk, you die. And we know where your kids sleep.
Maybe. Maybe, but you're talking about doing that to 30 different people.
That's not a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
That's not a lot of people.
One person's gonna be like, man, fuck you, I don't even like my mama. One person's gonna say that. Though we haven't looked into if there's been any random deaths of correctional officers.
I'm sure they did background checks to make sure these people were like well established with happy families, and then all of a sudden they got leverage.
Maybe.
It's a possibility.
I mean, it's a stretch.
Well, isn't it all a stretch?
No.
It's Pedo Island.
There is absolutely no evidence to suggest
it's the
that any of
Lolita
that.
Express.
I understand what you're saying, Chau, but I'm saying you at least need a kernel. I need a kernel of evidence.
Alex Jones still thinks the governments are trying to make the frogs gay.
Well, they are, Chau. That's obvious.
You know, like reproduce asexually. I don't know.
Yeah.
You think I'm crazy, don't you?
No, it's because I did watch that fucking.
You did see it
when he was on. What's that show that we like? The podcast guy. What's his name?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. I did see that Joe Rogan thing where he was on there.
I told you,
and
man.
like he was getting offended that they were asking him about the frogs being gay. Yeah. He was like, "The goddamn frogs are gay." Like, all right, man. All right. Didn't want to.
Okay. But when he was talking about like, what was it? No, because there was that one time when he said like he called it too when in a flip. See, this is what I love about the internet, man. You can think it's conspiracy. Before I go further with Alex Jones, there was like something on 4chan where they announced his death 1 week prior, Jeffrey Epstein's death 1 week prior before it even took place.
Well, I mean, maybe. First of all, I would have to look into that and verify it myself.
It's right in front of you.
Secondly, he was already on suicide watch 2 weeks before that, so for somebody to predict it, isn't that outlandish? Like I said,
1 week prior.
There was a lot of people on the right.
No. Everybody was calling it based on a bet.
Everyone was saying that
it was still a bet.
Get suicide.
No one.
Everyone was saying that.
Get suicide means your ass is dead.
Yes,
no matter what.
I know, but it was a joke though, and then it happened, and everybody's like, "Oh."
Yeah, 1 week prior before it was like announced.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, there are literally thousands of people who announced that.
Yeah, but that
so
was like,
I don't know what you're talking about specifically.
This is 1 week before he got thrown in jail, and everybody when it was announced that he got thrown in jail, which was what, a few days earlier when he got busted and he got thrown in jail. That's when everybody was calling it, because everybody assumed that because two things. One, if there was a connection between the Clintons, like you were going to get suicide.
Right. It was a joke, but it
was based on like some previous events that did take place.
Yes. Well, it's based on theories. Yes. Based
on events that took place. Now, again, we don't know if they were involved or not, but I'm just saying.
I know what you're talking about. The people have made those what they call the Clinton kill lists, where it shows all the people that supposedly died because of. And I've looked into a lot of those individually, just because I figured it was just a list that somebody put together, like unfactually. Yeah. So I decided to Google some of those names and see what actually happened, and some of them are pretty suspicious. They're like about to go to trial, and they're. One guy.
Boy, I didn't see that one coming.
One guy that I kind of do believe. Guy, I don't remember his name, and I feel so disrespectful right now. But he worked for the DNC, and supposedly he's the guy that leaked all the emails to what's that website? WikiLeaks.
Okay.
So everybody says that Russia is the people that hacked the DNC and gave it to WikiLeaks, and then WikiLeaks published it. WikiLeaks themselves says that's not true. They said
they're just a publisher.
But specifically to Russia giving it to them. Like Russia did not give it to us. But then they publicly mourn this guy from the DNC that got killed. and they're publicly they put a like a $10,000 reward for anyone who has information that can lead to a
because
conviction.
that was their source.
And they have not said that publicly, but anytime someone brings it up, they're like, no, it wasn't Russia. And by the way, we're still looking for this guy's killer. And he was a guy who worked for the DNC that supposedly was going to leak this stuff to WikiLeaks. Now, they won't confirm it because the WikiLeaks does not confirm sources. They never have and they never will.
Right.
But
they give hints.
They're very hinting at the fact this was the guy who gave them the information.
They still want that.
They're like, for the 10th time, we did not get it from Russia. However, we're still looking into this guy's death right here. He worked for the DNC. If you know anything about this, let us know. You know, exactly. They're literally offering that reward still. And so it's like, okay. And see, the interesting thing about his death.
See, I couldn't tell if your face is like, I might look into this for them. I can use $10,000 in cash.
There's nothing I can do. But like he was killed like on his way home from work or something, and he was just like shot in the back. They didn't take his wallet or anything like that. It's like they're calling it a robbery, but nothing was taken.
Right. It was executional style
It was executional style. And then WikiLeaks comes out, puts his picture. Why would WikiLeaks do that for a random guy? You know,
now they wouldn't unless he was important.
That's how I feel. And so that is one of those conspiracies where it's like, it's WikiLeaks. They've never lied, not once.
Right.
Not once have they ever lied.
Even President Trump. President Trump even came out and backed WikiLeaks during his during the first 2016 campaign.
Yeah. A lot of people have backed him, and a lot of people have not backed him. Not because they lie, but because people worry that the information that they do release can be dangerous. And it has been before. So I will say I'm not a complete fan of them because they have released information that have put American lives in danger. They release, because they don't like sugarcoat anything. All they do is verify the information and they put it up. They don't care what happens, basically.
There were reports where, what was it? Julian Assange.
Yeah,
is his name, where he did work with like CIA and FBI just to kind of like go over through the documents and whatnot.
I don't think that's happened. Maybe. I mean, but he's gotten in trouble for not doing it.
Right.
That's,
I mean, there were claims like, I mean, those were his claims where like we went through a process, but we're still gonna like, you know.
That's possible, but they normally don't because their job is just truth and that's it.
Black and white.
Black and white. Whatever happens because truth is the most important to them, which I understand and I respect. I really do respect that. Having said that, when you release a list of names of active CIA operatives in other countries,
that's like doxing them. You might as well just call it.
Exactly, you're doxing them.
You just don't dox them.
Luckily, nobody died. They all got out of the countries they were in. But God damn it, bro.
Right. Well, the fortunate thing is like there have been no known cases where somebody got injured, hurt, or killed.
It's true.
So,
but goddamn close. And that's my point. And that's what I do like about them is they're 100% completely factual.
You know what I think?
You know?
I think Amazon's got like Russian ops in their company.
You think so? Why?
Well, because like you say one thing and Alexis picks up and whatnot. Because there was like a little court hearing about them like listening in on the like recording voices.
Occasionally,
and like,
yeah.
You know, and it's a little
they
creepy shit. And I was like, I kind of wonder, is like this fucker's like, you know, spying on Americans and shit.
Could be.
You know, who knows? Like Russians have like a little voyeur fetish.
You know, and there are people who do say that WikiLeaks is secretly run by Russians. You know, so there are people that say that. And the only evidence I've tried looking this up. The only evidence I've found is that apparently they have been criticized for not being as harsh on Russia as they are with other countries.
I just realized I got a couple of friends that work for Amazon on the tech side. So if they watch this, it's like, what? You think I'm a Russian? It's like, I don't know.
Or they're going to text you and be like, delete that video right now.
Yeah, I mean,
they're
like,
coming for you, Chau.
Yeah. I was like, Ian. I'm just like, call you always like, hey. Backpedal. It's like, it's too late, man. It's uploaded. We got views. I'm like, you want me to do what?
That's all I'm saying. Could be a thing.
We're dead.
So yeah, so back to the original point, I guess. I have looked into some of those names on that list, and some of them do sound very suspicious, but none of them are confirmed. Like, so it's kind of like it still is a conspiracy theory. It's
and conspiracy theories are going to keep going, and somebody's going to come up with something new. But we're going to actually have to wrap it up right there.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
it's impressive.
Yeah,
good for us.
I know we just blew right. I mean, that didn't feel like 30 minutes.
We had a subject, Chau. Good for us. It wasn't a shit talk.
That was an Epstein
conspiracy theory episode.
Well, because I kind of been wanting to talk about it for some time. I was like,
I'm fine with it.
What the fuck is going on?
Fine with it. Yeah. No, we needed to talk about that.
Yeah, like
I didn't talk about something.
Because like I mean, like it's been going on for so long. It's like, come on, it's been building up on your chest. I know you want to get it off your chest.
I have been wanting to talk about this. True.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, if this is your first time checking in with us, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon for more updates. And my name's Chau, your co-host, checking out.
Ian the Half-Breed.
And we'll see you next time.
Ciao,
I love how you just kind of like I don't know, you kind of Fonzie that pointer at me.
Oh, that's what I do.